really honestly depends
Whoa,
on Tusk
what
Act
the
1,
heck?
but
A whole
unironically
dinosaur?
and surprisingly,
Bro, what did he do to
making
his
his
face?
power begin to rotate
What?
infinitely, killing you in the process.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? So today I've decided to watch, another informative JoJo video. I really like this channel specifically because it breaks down a lot of different JoJo stands, breaks down the intricacies of different stands, especially for me because I haven't even seen a single stand. I'm only on episode 10 of the actual show. There's no stand so far and where I'm at, but just hearing him break down different stands, their abilities, like going in depth on all their abilities and their powers, I find it really interesting because obviously when I get to that point, I'll have a full knowledge of what to expect and really basically understand fully how these stands work before I even see them in action in the actual anime when I catch up to the show. So yeah, this channel, I love it a lot. Shout out to Metas, I think that's the name of this channel. It really does a good job of breaking down different JoJo stands. Today I've actually decided to watch another video titled The Most Terrifying Stands, and I think this one's going to be focused on the Tusk stand. When I think of Tusk, I think of Elephant Tusk, but I'm not sure if I've seen this stand in previous videos I've reacted to, but yeah, hopefully this video really breaks down everything that makes the Tusk the most terrifying stand in JoJo. So yeah, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it.
So it's been a minute since I've done a most terrifying stands video. And
is this me or why is it so
have been
blurry?
moving
Let me
the
see this.
Steel Ball Run for future ventures with part 6. Now,
Okay,
if
no,
you read the
it's-
title of this
it's-
video, we are going to be talking about Tusk.
Okay, I watched
all its
Poochie's
forms
video, so
and
that Poochie video was really
abilities in part
informative. I
6
learned a
Steel Ball
lot
Run.
about Poochie.
And since there's a lot to go over, we're going to talk
So
about
let's
some
see
of
about the
small
Tusk
things about
stand.
before
Who's the
Tusk,
owner of the
like
Tusk?
the album by Fleetwood Mac of the same name called Tusk, or the song Tusk.
Okay,
as
another
well.
band
Now, if
reference.
you've ever
Okay,
heard
interesting.
The song is kind of crazy and all over the place,
I
but
bet
for
it
a
is.
good reason. Mick Fleetwood would play American Indian wood drumming over the beat, using different kinds of drums and weird vocal lines within the song just to make it kind of sound crazy and all over the place. On top of the fact of using the Trojan marching band from Southern California University to help with the song.
Oh, you're from
now,
SoCal?
all the elements within the song all happen.
Yeah, you can tell this is like an
all
old band.
culminating up to a final
Are these guys
musical
still alive?
song
Like, I bet they're
at the
old
end.
to the
Very
like
similar
today
to the
they're
build-up
old.
that Tusk Act 1 eventually goes through from Tusk Act 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
And that
throughout
blue
the entire
list is
story of
fire,
Steel
though.
Ball Run. So with the JoJo Villa, Araki doesn't really go crazy with Tusk. He kind of just says that Tusk
What
Act 1
is
supposed
that?
to
Is
be
that like a-
mascot and how he slowly
Looks like an
gradually
elephant,
builds up,
low-key, with,
eventually
like, I
becoming
don't
his
know.
battle-ready stand. Now with all that lore out of the way,
Yo,
we can
what's
finally
going
get
on
into
right
why
now?
Tusk
What's in, like, that
becomes
picture looks
the second
crazy.
strongest stand in the series and probably one of the most terrifying.
second- wait, I gotta go back, I missed that.
Actually becomes the second strongest stand in the series.
Wow, okay,
and
so
probably
this might be
one
the
of most
second
terrifying.
strongest stand in the
Actually, scratch
series.
that,
Okay.
the most terrifying. While Johnny was in the Devil's Palm,
Okay.
he had acquired Tusk. While we didn't actually see the physical form of Tusk, we saw the nails spinning, implying that he actually did have it at the time. where it
Spinning
was
its
the
nail? What the
idea
heck?
of Tusk Act 1. But shortly after
You can
that,
see the
we
ripple
saw
effect.
Tusk Act 1 fully show itself with the fight against Wired or Pork Hat Pie Kid. I don't
Okay.
know how to pronounce his name, and it's really fast.
Guys, you guys let me know what animal is that like supposed to represent. I'm calling an
But
elephant off
you
rip,
get the idea.
like a baby
With the
elephant.
early showings of Tusk Act 1, you can really just depend on his power scaling.
So who owns the-
He's
did-
kind of
did he tell us who
almost at,
owns
like,
the,
a pistol
that
level
stand?
or greater than that? Just depends on how Johnny wants to shoot his bullets. We've seen
Okay,
him easily
some bullets,
cleaver
okay.
through enemies or pepper them. It just really honestly depends
Whoa,
on Tusk
what
Act
the
1.
heck?
But
A whole
unironically and
dinosaur?
surprisingly, Tusk Act 1 is
Okay.
not very strong nor terrifying.
Okay, so it didn't
To be
start off
honest,
pretty
the way
strong.
Johnny uses
So
in
it
these
evolved
fights
essentially,
is
okay.
just to kind of play defense or just, not trying to die. It's almost kind of inconsistent how Johnny
Damn.
can either cleaver through opponents or just pepper them with Tusk Act 1.
You guys, I don't know if you guys believe it, but I kind of believe. How do I say this? So my question: do you guys believe that dinosaurs really existed? I was growing up. I was a little bit skeptical, but like as I got older, I started to believe like yeah, dinosaurs really lived on this earth like millions of years ago because they say that the alligator is like in the same family tree. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just curious to know if you guys believe that these dinosaurs actually like existed
It's kind of weird
back
how
then.
Johnny would rather use his environment and his horse rather than
No way, I
Tusk
just
Act
realized
1
he's
to
just cut
actually
off his
do
whole
something
foot.
effective, which is kind of weird,
Damn.
at least with these early fights. Also, the thing looks cute. It's the total opposite.
Yeah,
of
it
terrifying.
does.
You also have to remember this is
So
the
that
first
little
stage
thing
of the
becomes a
Tusk,
terrifying
so of
stand?
course
That's
it's not gonna be this
crazy.
giant terrifying.
That just
stand
goes to
that
show you the
this
evolution
mega
in
amount
JoJo,
of
man.
It is literally the first stage of becoming something really terrifying. So of course it's not gonna really have the craziest of feats. Still pretty cute though. And moving on
is.
forward, we get Tusk.
Okay, so
Act
now we in
2.
Act
In
2.
a weird kind of way, even
Okay.
Johnny notices that Tusk Act 1 isn't consistent nor strong at all. And even starts to doubt his abilities with his stand and himself. And this is majorly shown in the Silent Way arc. Johnny and Gyro are completely outmatching.
Whoa, is that a flame like in his eye?
Gyro thinks it's finally a good point to finally show
Gyro, I don't know who these characters are, but I'm guessing
spin, teaching him
they're
about
obviously
the
part
golden
of JoJo.
rectangle or the golden ratio. After a
where is this
lesson,
stand
Johnny
located? It looks like
begins
it's like in
to rage
Egypt.
because he just can't understand this, nor practice under the pressure at the current
I
moment.
might actually have to read the JoJo manga. I'm not really a manga reader. Like I'm an anime only. But just the color in this manga panels look fire. I don't know if it's all like that.
Act 2. While Tusk Act 1 can actually do some kind of damage and it can be shot multiple times, almost near infinitely with toes and hands, Tusk elevates that even more.
Whoa, what the heck?
Of shooting way
Is that like a Yusuke finger gun?
Now, with the
That looks
added
fire.
bonus of making spin holes. Now you're probably wondering, Metas, what are spin holes? That's a weird name. Well, when Johnny uses Tusk Act 2 and shoots nearby an object, the resulting impact will cause a small hole to appear. This hole will follow the rules of the golden ratio, and any nearby
ratio. What is the golden ratio?
automatically traced by this hole. This hole will slowly try to reach the heart of said life form. Funny enough, if you look at the human body through the golden
Johnny,
ratio, the spiral point will actually
looks
lead
like Tarzan,
towards the heart,
low-key.
which is kind of funny after I reread all these chapters. Now you're probably wondering, is Tusk
Whoa,
Act
what
2
the
a
heck?
dramatic rehaul of Tusk Act 1 and is cost
Thing pierced his neck?
Yes, and dramatically. Tusk Act 2 is
Oh my
so
gosh.
much better than Tusk Act 1 in every way. While Johnny can't
Low-key,
shoot
it is
near
better.
infinite
Wow.
bullets, almost
He's doing a lot of
spammably,
damage
it
in
gets
this,
reconciled by the
Act
fact
2.
that Johnny now has stronger bullets than he only roughly has to wait a minute for, with the added bonus of having a AoE type attack to
What
attack
the
his enemies
heck?
while
He's
he
using
waits.
his
There
finger
is a
to
reason
peel
why
a
we never
potato?
see Tusk Act 1 again after this point. Tusk Act 2
Okay,
just
using
becomes
that
the
ability on his
default
hand,
weapon
okay.
for Johnny. Not only does it follow
is
the
so
ratio
crazy.
and make his spin stronger, it's just overall a better stand evolution or act in this
Interesting.
case. I would genuinely put Tusk Act 2 at Gyro's
Bro,
level
what
with
is
steel
going
balls.
on in these
Due to the fact that
panels?
Johnny can now just hang around Gyro without being
Oh, look at it. Is that the
an
evolved
overall
Tusk?
encumbrance to Gyro.
It looks
When
like a whole
Gyro
different
is
like
using
being.
the steel
Whole
balls
different like I don't know.
casually, might
Looks
I
different,
add,
like it
due to the
evolved
fact that
completely.
I just think Gyro just has more experience than Johnny when it just comes to just using the spin in general. And yes, while stat guides say that technically, in theory,
What does that say? When Johnny created a percent. I'm gonna read this later. I don't want to waste you guys' time, but I can actually hold on.
It really doesn't show it,
Creates
and more like
moving
the
hole
holes
that
themselves
automatically seeks
show
it.
it. So it's kind of a little bit weird when it comes to that. But with later acts, it does get.
Is that like
the only
telling us?
drawback with Tusk
Okay,
Act
I
2
guess it
is
does,
if
yeah.
Johnny is in an environment where there is no rectangle.
Bro,
to
where are they now?
reference,
They
Tusk Act
it
2
looks like they're in
cannot
the
be used.
Antarctica.
But since only Zappellis and Zappelli guards know this, the only people that would have an
Oh my
advantage
gosh.
over Tusk and Johnny would be like snow type stands. Now, if you
Interesting,
are familiar
so
with
snow
the term
type
power
stands-
leveling, Tusk Act 3
Okay.
is the definition of that. Now, while fighting the stand Civil War, Johnny has
Are we
an
getting
encounter
serious
with
now?
Jesus Christ, who gives Johnny the thought of shooting himself to
Ooh,
evolve his
shit.
Act 2 to Act 3. Act 3 can be considered Johnny's way of using the golden rotation.
Okay, so
Unlike Act
Johnny
2, which is
owns the
Zappelli's
stand. I
way
think
of
I'm just
using the golden
realizing that.
rotation. When Johnny shoots
Character
himself, he
Johnny
enters the
owns the
infinite
stand,
point
the Tusk
spin, where
stand.
he is able to freely move within this infinite point thanks to Tusk.
The
Act
string
3.
he's using,
And
it
while
looks like
Act 3 is still activated, Johnny
similar to
can
Jolene's
move within this
string
infinite
things. I don't know if
spin.
that's the
Johnny
same thing
is
or
now
not.
able to move anywhere on the
Bro,
battlefield.
what did he do to
making
his
shooting
face?
Power and just
Like right here, you guys. Oh my
the
gosh.
way that he fights is dramatically
No.
different. Johnny can position his
Oh,
hand
shit, even
anywhere
on the-
battlefield
whoa.
to fire a nail bullet, while his body can be in
A
a
nail
completely
bullet
different
is
location.
doing this
And
much
if he
damage?
gets
That's
shot by this
crazy.
bullet, it is assumed that it most likely acts
Wow.
very similar to Tusk Act 2, where the bullet will just follow to your heart, or it could act very similar.
Oh my
to
gosh,
Johnny's
to your
new
heart?
spin hole, where Johnny is currently located.
Yo,
While in this hole,
what the
any
heck?
object that is other than Johnny will be completely destroyed by this spin hole. Now, we
Oh,
never see Johnny
hell
shoot
no,
one of these
that's
bullets and act
crazy.
like this before, but it can be assumed. But I am of the opinion
Oh my
that
gosh.
it still acts
So
very
it's like
similar to
destroying you from the
Tusk Act 2.
inside.
Now, to put it into perspective, Johnny
Wow.
goes from just shooting bullets that can track you down if he misses you, to having
Okay.
dynamic 3D motion to shoot from basically anywhere while hiding his main body. On top of the fact
Interesting.
that while hiding in this hole, you cannot hit him regardless. If you try to enter said hole,
What?
your body will be completely destroyed. And the only
Yeah, that's
drawback
OP. So he can
being
do
Tusk
all
Act
this
2
damage while he's hiding, and you
going
can't even
from
see him or
basic
enter
shooting with an
his,
added bonus
where
to
he's hiding.
all
That's
this
crazy.
Is just fucking
That's
crazy.
insane.
Not to also mention the fact that Gyro just straight up says that Johnny has surpassed the Zappelli's teachings of the golden
Who's that?
ratio and now has entered infinity. Now I'm going to clarify again. Johnny goes from shooting and being able to track you to infinity. infinity. That
Ooh,
is
like zombies. What
insane
the heck?
and dramatic as hell. Tusk Act 3 alone is strong enough to fight a large majority of stand users from all the other
Really?
Honest,
Okay.
I would even say Tusk Act 3
Who's that? Popeye the Sailor?
solo a few off the top of my head with some very light power scaling. The fact that Johnny can just shoot way more dynamically on top of the fact that
his ability is crazy. It's like torture.
Crazy. On top of having long range is just a
and he got long range.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Just really good. Tusk Act 3 is very powerful. And it kind of sucks that we only saw just a few glimpses of this stand before being outshined by D4C and its evolution.
Whose stand is that?
So how do you go one step further? Tusk Act 3 is incredibly powerful.
Okay, so that's the evolution of the stand. Okay, it started off as whatever that thing is, and then it transformed to whatever that thing is in Act 2 and became like a robot in Act 3.
Nobody can touch you with having the added ability of shooting you.
Looks like Act 2 looks like a caterpillar mixed with a crab. I don't know, man.
Rotation from the Zeppelins and
just interesting.
Tusk Act 4, arguably the
how do the manga people even come up with making these stands looking like that?
Valentine's D4C Love Train, Johnny has to make the critical decision of using the perfect rotation, which requires a horse in order to use it. He successfully gets a horse.
Okay, it's interesting. So you need a horse to do the perfect rotation.
Into Tusk Act 4, and to give some actual context,
this picture looks crazy.
No one is actually able to touch D4C.
Well, what happened to this guy's hands
while he has Love Train activated? The only way to actually touch Funny Valentine is through Ball Breaker, a Zeppeli technique, which was used,
looks like it's about to be GG's for this guy.
Failing in the end. Now you have to remember, D4C Love Train is a stand that can manipulate time through just action. If you try to hurt D4C Love Train,
I gotta go back. I missed that.
Time through just action. If you try to hurt D4C Love Train in any way, it will redirect attacks to any point in history or anywhere.
Oh shit.
Tusk Act 4 does not care. It breaks down this dimensional barrier and rips it open, attacking Funny Valentine. Now we're gonna have to enter some Funny Valentine scaling to get a really good perspective on Act 4. The fact that Funny Valentine can just, redirect shots to different points in history just kind of, scales him to be at least bare minimum 3D plus to 4D.
If
and
guide statements
saying that he's above
that's
dimensions.
Insane.
Just put a lot of perspective in the
anytime
fact
a character can redirect their
powers
powers,
and just rip open
that's obviously OD.
Time and space to literally attack him implies a lot. Now, that is just the act of breaking down a barrier. Act 4 can do a lot more, and I mean a lot.
There's another act. Oh my gosh.
Act 4 uses the infinite
rotation, this Tusk ability is crazy.
All cells in the body begin to rotate infinitely, killing you in the process. And
bro, it looks like it's shred. Like, when you put something in a grinder, you shred it. And you turn it like that, and it just spins. Oh my gosh!
Run and hide. You will be.
It looks like a human blender.
And it just doesn't matter on this plane. If you
my gosh!
Example here. Leave this dimension, it will kill you in that said dimension infinitely. Funny Valentine tried to swap bodies.
This whole the Tusk ability, it's like a whole torturous. Oh my gosh!
Chasing after him.
I would love a stand like this. I like torturing people.
There has to be some type of solution to stop the infinite rotation. Well, yes, there is another infinite rotation. But counterpoint here, there is only one Johnny in the entire multiverse with Act 4, meaning that nobody can stop it unless it's Johnny himself, meaning that it is literally impossible to stop this thing no matter what. But it doesn't end there. Tusk Act 4 was able to beat D4C Love Train, a being that transcends dimensions, who has the ability to redirect attacks to different places on Earth / time, was beat by Tusk Act 4. But
if you guys read the manga, was it is the color in this so the way they the colors? Like, when you guys read the manga, is it really this good? Because if it is, I might have to read the manga. If all the pages are in color. I like color, but I don't know. That's why I like to stick to anime, because it's obviously color. So if these are all black and white, I'm going to be hesitant to actually read this.
More terrifying than he already was. Other than that, the next major highlight is pretty important. Tusk Act 4 can move during frozen time by controlling.
Oh, he can move
spin control
during the frozen time. That's crazy.
Tusk Act 4 wasn't 4D or at least high 3D. This basically confirms it. Now, Johnny can't actually utilize Tusk Act 4 during frozen time, but the fact that he was able to pull off some of Jotaro shit during this fight is crazy enough. Now, I know some people
so he fought Jotaro.
Go win that fight, and yes, he did, but he had prep time and the entire plan of Funny Valentine helping him out throughout that entire fight.
Okay, he got assistance.
If Diego didn't know he was going to get one-shotted by the infinite rotation, he would have died. Like, I'm going to be completely serious here.
Oh my
Diego
gosh.
is smart, but he's not that smart to figure out this thing was going gonna kill him in one shot. It just kind of proves the fact
Damn,
that
he got lucky
nobody
then.
can really stop this thing if you don't know what you're fighting against. The
Okay,
fact that
so
Johnny
you gotta
can
know
just
what you're
go
fighting
up
up
to a
against to
person
really
while on
even
a
stand a
horse
chance,
and
it looks
fire
like.
this thing is just mind-bogglingly stupid. It can't be stopped unless Johnny stops it. It will track you down for infinity to end you. It's so powerful that
Infinity,
it can
so
literally
basically
destroy a barrier
to the end of your
that was
life.
holding
Wow.
back time and space. It can
Bro,
invade
what happened to that guy's
frozen
forehead?
time and can pretty much beat almost anything if you don't have a good
Wow.
idea of the
Okay.
stand beforehand. And not to mention the
That's
fact
OP.
there's also the implication that I might be able to break down any barrier, not just defensive ones, just anything that's in its way. And the fact that it can use
Jeez.
power of infinity.
I can't even tell what's going on in that like picture with the flames and all that. I'm not sure if he's getting demolished or that's part of his ability.
Very similar to D4C Love Train, but that one is just for speculation. But it doesn't end there. Nope, it does not.
It still keeps going.
You see, during Part 8's run, we see Johnny with the ability to walk thanks to the spin. Now, you're probably saying, Metas, what does walking have to do anything with Tusk Act?
Yeah, but to say walking seems pretty
Well,
normal.
you see here, viewer, walking is kind of crucial to the human body. It allows you to do a lot of things. Walk countless numbers of miles on a day.
People be taking walking for granted, man. But yeah, walking is
requires
pretty essential.
Pretty physical gaining things. The ability to move in a fight, even if necessary.
Oh
things
shit,
that you do
fighting
on a
too.
day-to-day basis with your legs without caring or even wondering even. Now add all of that to Johnny's limp legs. Shit gets
he has a limp.
wild real quick.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
acts
tough.
now have a wild way of now attacking. The fact that
Damn, that
Act 2
evolution
is now more
was
mobile
crazy.
is
Look at that.
wild enough. Now Act 3 can literally move anywhere. Johnny
Yo,
doesn't even
that
have
picture is crazy how it shot through his teeth and
in
just
a hole now. And
took
just
out
imagine
all of
what
his
Act
teeth.
4 could do
That's
with Johnny
crazy.
running at somebody. That shit is
Oh,
wild.
so
Johnny
okay,
can
that'll be
actually
insane if
swap
he's
a
running then.
movement in a dramatic way that could affect
Oh my gosh, I
anything
didn't even think of it like
infinitely.
that.
I'm not even joking here, and I'm totally going off script. But the fact that, Johnny can just run at somebody leads to an infinite number of possibilities. Like Johnny,
Damn, that's actually
literally
insane.
just
If he can
becomes a
actually
better
run,
person and a better stand
all this
user
he's doing
with
is
his
while
legs
he's
in,
walking.
like,
So
early
yeah,
part.
when he's
But
running,
just
that's gotta be
imagine
GG's.
Act 4 or even Act 3 for that matter with Johnny with legs. Like that's crazy.
So okay, so that's why he's always on
All
the
the stands
horse
get a
because he can't.
dramatic
Okay,
increase in power just
that makes
because
sense.
of
I
this.
just realized that I'm
Wild.
so dumb. I'm
Movement
so slow
is
actually.
critical in fights, and the fact that Part 8 Johnny has legs just means he can do a lot more now. It's just the entire point I'm trying to get at here. To be honest, this stand really deserves the most terrifying.
This is a really interesting stand.
It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
way too powerful. It literally will just one-shot things.
It
If
is
you don't
OP,
have a
wow.
stand that actually no, I'm gonna take that back. You just can't win. Like I'm gonna be honest, you get hit by this thing once, you're dead. Unless you feel
Interesting.
overhead
Very,
and you have
very
the ability
interesting.
to literally rewrite
Is that
reality.
Dio?
You
What
can't
the
win.
hell?
Just plain cut and simple.
Bro,
Unless you
Dio
can
be just
speed
going through
blitz
evolutions.
in
I don't even
or,
know.
Outsmart Johnny, which I don't think is too hard, but just the fact that this thing still can one shot and messing up once can just end your life.
Any stand that can one shot you,
like, Tusk Act
you're
4 is
automatically
no
obviously in a
joke,
high
one
tier.
of the most terrifying stands and one of the most strongest. Well, that is the end of the video. Like, comment, share,
good video.
subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Stay hydrated.
This was a really good video. I liked it a lot. It really broke down the Tusk stand as being one of the most terrifying stands. So yeah, after watching this video, I fully understand why Tusk is maybe the most terrifying stand in all of Jojo Bizarre Adventure, which is crazy. But I'm not gonna lie though, in a one-on-one fight between the Tusk and Poochie stand, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still gonna take Poochie stand just based on like power levels. But yeah, the Tusk stand is still crazy to me. Yeah, the Tusk stand still has a lot of crazy abilities that I don't think a lot of stands could even counter. Based off my knowledge of stands, I don't know too much about stands, but just based on the two stands that I've reacted to, the two stands video, which is this one and Poochie stand, I'd still take Poochie stand over this guy's stand as far as like a one-on-one clashing battle. But yeah, this Tusk stand I know has a lot of damage potential and just basically is overpowered. So yeah, this is a really good video breakdown. I liked it a lot. Shout out to Metas for making this video. There's a couple more videos I want to react to from his channel, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, and yeah, that's all I got for this reaction. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we out.